Yeah, Rastafari Adonai. Jaja bless. Put a fire on political press. One more stress on the foreign press. Lighter for the cross dresser and them Rasta transgressor. One station with them information. JahBunny the badass station. Creation station. You can't stop it, nor slap it, nor clap it. Jaja.
Good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning. This is the man from Buzzwalk, JahBunny, the badass, coming at you live and direct from London, UK. Today, I'm gonna be doing a bit of chit-chatting. Example, I see where Vice Cartel is back in the news. I don't want to dwell upon Vice Cartel at the moment because the more we dwell upon it is the more we actually, not we, but most of the people sound, dumb is the word of the day, dumb. So it seems that 3/4 of Jamaica society today is dumbo. And I said dumbo in the sense that how dumb can we get? Now, I don't want to be dwelling up also on Asat Bokana, but I'm trying to figure how context matter in terms of the things that he do and whose money is being wasted. Because here it is, he filed a writ of habeas corpus that for a lawyer, I don't think he had actually thought out the process. And then here we have the wider Gaza society turn the writ into a bail application. I'm trying to figure out how these people actually think. And do they really have any knowledge about the things that they're trying to dabble in? Because a writ of habeas corpus challenged the legality of you being held in custody. So I, as a layperson, from day one, had clearly established and explained that whatever the Privy Council had ruled, once it did not say release Kartel, then the ruling amount to nothing. I already explained to you all that Lizard is dead. Kartel was found guilty. I clearly point out that when I went to the Privy Council, I saw that the prosecution had brought 6 suitcases of documentary evidence. And I sat and listened carefully, and no challenge at any time was mounted regarding the evidence. Therefore, the evidence is sound. The question that rise was the legality of the jury not being dismissed and allowed to continue to the end. Now, the prosecution position was that they tried was to minimize the costs of dismissing the trial at the time and to start over. Hence, now, the Privy Council have ordered reimbursement for Kartel legal fee, bringing the case to the Privy Council. That's what is being reimbursed. And remit everything back for reconsideration. Now, I have explained that Kartel should take or seek a plea deal. And everyone at the time tell me, old man, shut up where you know your time a different time, this and that and that. Now, what Isaac Buchanan had done is test the legality of Kartel being held at this time. Now, the ruling of the writ is a clear indication now that Kartel cannot free. It is clear that retrial is what's going to take place. And a retrial gonna end the same way as the previous trial, because the only thing they're gonna do that is different now is seek a new jury or a new trial of facts. None of the evidence that was excluded in the first trial will be brought in the new trial. I'm just calling the shots as I see it. There is no need to guess and spell what's going to happen. The retrial was ordered on the basis of the jury tampering with, not on the basis of lack of evidence or new evidence or whatever. So there's no new evidence can present here now. And the evidence that was excluded still gonna be excluded now. So Kartel really need to wake up and smell the coffee. Now, last but not least, I don't understand, and it's not for me to understand, how Isaac Buchanan can present himself as representing a capital offense all four defendants. How that? Is either you represent Kartel or none of them, but you can't keep saying you represent all four. That's the greatest conflict of interest. No one lawyer can represent all 4 defendants. How that? Even they are trying to charge giantly. Therefore, a charge of giantly. The defense must be broken individually. So you saying you represent, you is the problem, Assad. You is the problem. How can you represent all 4 of them? All 4 of them should have 4 independent defense. That's how the game play. How you have a collective defense. How that work? So, I mean, I'm just giving my 2-cent piece. Nobody have to really take what I say serious, because who am I? I look in the comments every so often. Some people refer to me as a whole criminal, a whole this, or a whole that, or a whole that. But I'm just speaking out of my whole experience. That's what I'm speaking from, my whole experience. So, take it, Kartel, for what it is, but you need to caution Assad that either I'm going to defend you, or I'm going to defend Sean Storm, or any of the other individual. But him can't represent all 4 of you. That every time he open his mouth and says the 4 of him represent, he's prejudicing the defense. You can't have a capital murder case, 4 people charged, 1 defense lawyer speaking for all 4. Each time, you will have to have 4 different positions. Even if it's the same position, you have 4 different perspectives you're mounting the defense from, not a collective defense. So that's where you're going wrong, Kartel, from day one. You keep mounting a collective defense. You charge giantly, but your defense must be singular. This is a short one. I mean, that's a short one to make your ear JahBunny 2-cent piece for free.